Best Music Show, and I'm the host of the Best Music Show, Ethan. How you guys been? And yo, this gonna be a super dope interview with my G, a super cool artist, K.LaNe-IMHoTeP. He's about to join us live right now. Let's invite him to this live stream interview right now, yo, for real. Let's go. My brother K.LaNe-IMHoTeP, bro, he's real dope artist, man. He's about to join us live like right now, man, for real. It's time to shine, yo. How you guys been? Everybody's joining us live right now. I see you. I see you. My brother K.LaNe-IMHoTeP is right. Real artist, man. Let's learn for real. I know every day we're learning. Every day is a learning process. So that's why, today's guest can be also dope artist. And of course, skilled artist, which makes him dope teacher too. Yo, bro, for real. My brother artist K.LaNe-IMHoTeP, bro. How you been?
What's going on, man? What's going on, my G?
Yeah,
Been
man. Good
great,
to see you,
man.
brother, for real.
You too,
Thank
man.
God. All good, man.
Yes,
How you
sir.
feeling right now?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
That's what's
Glad to
up,
be
my
here with
G.
you, man.
For sure, man. You thank God we're doing good. Feel me? Going up, man. Non-stop. And about your
Right,
music, my G. Like, you
right.
working on any new music right now?
Yes, most definitely, man. I got a new project I'm gonna be releasing soon, called Started From Scratch. Working on a lot more new material as well. That be coming out throughout the year. Just staying active. Just getting to it, man. I gotta stay consistent.
Gotta stay consistent, man. I
Yeah,
feel you on that. Yo, that's gonna be dope.
yes,
Songs that you're gonna be dropping too. Everyone stay tuned for
yeah,
real with my GK Lane in Hoptech,
yes,
bro. And also
yes,
about the process, how you create your music, bro. Yeah, like what's the
yes,
process like for real when you make a song, bro?
man. Um, It depends definitely on the beat that I get. A lot of times it might be a trial or tribulation or a season I'm going through in the life, and I might be downloading a lot of things for about a month or two, and then next thing you know, it may become like a theme to a project. And typically, each project that I do have, I typically work with a producer in particular, but then sometimes I have a couple of songs that were inspired by certain producers that just happen to match a current theme altogether. But the process definitely, man, really tapping in with the Most High, to be honest. And then next thing you know, it's just like we just go from there. You know what I'm saying? Just a combination, but it's a beautiful thing when it all comes out and comes together.
Yeah,
And it's speaking from a real place. And a lot of times I surprise myself, to be honest, on how I'm able to put the things that I'm going through in a certain wordplay. And it's relatable to other people. And so it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. I love it.
yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, I'm really glad you enjoyed the process of creating it too. Yeah, I
Yeah,
heard from many people it's about the process too, right? As
definitely.
long as you
Yes.
enjoy the process, no matter what, bro, we're going
Right.
up like that,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. And also, you said the season, right?
Yes.
With the season. So could you
Yes.
please tell us more about like how do you feel the season, when it comes with the season, right?
This season, to be honest, throughout my life, it's like a decade or so. It seems like, I've been going through a lot. Take a lot of losses, what people say, but it's really a lot of lessons. So within those lessons, I'm able to create a lyrical demonstration. You understand what I'm saying, for the people. So it's almost like an audio book, and I'm looking at it from this perspective of God forbid anything would happen to me, but at least I can be able to tell my story, and then for anybody who's listening out there, if you have children or anything like that, this day and age that we were born in, with technology and things like that, you can leave a legacy behind. And this is me telling my story. So when you're looking at the seasons of things, it's understanding when to sow and when it's time to reap, when it's time to plant and when it's time for harvest. And those things come with time, and it comes with also tapping in to your spiritual side. And when you understand those things, life becomes more easier, and it also becomes, you can see it more on a vivid level. It becomes more like a movie to you. And all I'm doing is trying to be Steven Spielberg and trying to, the best I can, create a visual or, through the wordplay. And then also, when I do have a visual concept that goes with the music or even the artwork, It says a lot in the artwork with the music, and it's definitely something that's seemed like something from like the Jetsons to a lot of people. But like I said, once again, I'm just being myself, and I'm just being my authentic, true self, telling my authentic story. But it's more of a spiritual, because we all spiritual beings having a human experience. So I'm coming from that place.
Man, I feel you on that. And also, could you please tell us, bro, for real, like how do you manage to keep being yourself? Because we're living in this world, right, where a lot of ideas, a lot of like standards, a lot of people trying to like, you know, tell you what to do and stuff like that. And in the world like this, man, how do you keep it like that, bro? How do you keep being yourself? That's
Man,
important for real.
that's a great question. To be
Appreciate
honest, I've
it.
always been like the black sheep of my family. I've always been a black sheep in my community. Um, I've, I'm I'm able to do things, growing up playing ball, things of that nature. But I've always had the gift of gab. Um, Even going to like the games, we used to freestyle all the time on the buses. So with that being said, I was always amongst the crowd, but it's like I was by myself. So I was always moving to the beat of my own drum. Everything that I did, how I dressed, how I put everything together, was based off of the opposite of what everybody else was doing at the time, because I didn't like following the crowd. It just something about that. It just never sat right with me. It never did. So it's like I was a GDI from birth, a goddamn individual, right? So just flowing with that. And a lot of times I've been used to being rejected so much. I've been used to people saying that, pointing out the obvious things in their mind that they see that makes me different from them. I never really been the one to try to sit there and say, this is what makes me different from you. But a lot of times I find myself in a situation when I open my mouth or just start being myself in a crowd or in an environment, over time, people will start to ostracize, criticize, or
For
ridicule,
real.
or put you in a box or into like a container.
Yeah.
And so over time, instead of me sitting there crying about it, I just started to take it on like a superhero type of vibe. Like, okay, that's my cape. I'm gonna wear it. If that's the case, then so be it. I guess if I'm acquired taste, then so be it. But I have love for everybody. So when you have that type of situation going on, I think it makes for a unique and a dynamic type of perspective, even when it comes to music, artistry, or just even just talking to people. I can relate to everybody, because I know what it's like to be rejected. I know what it's like to be at the bottom. I know what it's like not to have anything. I know what it's like for nobody not to believe in you, even to this day. You can still show, you can put points on the board, and people still don't believe. And where there's a badge of honor right now. And all praise to the Most High, because it's like me and him are like business partners. You dig what I'm saying? So the celestial beings around me, my guardian angels, that's how I look at it. I really tap into that type of vibration, and then I go forth.
Hey, that
Yeah,
type of vibration, man, that's high level for real, man.
yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
people trying to get there. When they get there, they're trying to stay there for real, because when you're in that level, a lot of ideas come to like that. Some of them want to get you down and stuff like
Right,
that, but you keep pushing, right? You
right,
keep like trying to stay on that path.
right,
Some people call that path like super thin. Like it's super thin. You gotta walk that thin path, like and balance it all out. And man, for real, I respect that, man. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? You're a
sir,
real artist too. That's
yes,
super
sir,
like that's super dope for artists too. You
yes,
know,
sir.
and also with the music, Maji, what keeps you motivated to keep dropping music, to keep working on music, bro?
Man, you see what's going on in the world. It's still much work to be done. When you look at it from the perspective, if we all got a spiritual assignment when we come here. So I'm just trying to fulfill my spiritual contract, what I'm saying, between me and the Most High. And I'm just trying to do my work. Because a lot of times when you're doing things on the aspect for man, then it always come with a limit. It's a ceiling every time. But then if you moving from the aspect of the job that you have from the spiritual nature, then everything is infinite. There is no end to it. So even as long as I have breath, this is what I'll be doing. This is what I'll be doing, because I feel like as long as he allows me to live, it's something to do. It's something to reach. It's somebody out there to gravitate to or to bring back home, so to speak. Because all I'm trying to do really is turn the lights on in the building. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody is special. So it's like when they tap in with me, it's like I'm trying to remind you of who you really are. So when you hear me, it's supposed to resonate or bring something
Yeah.
up in yourself to be like, hold up, this sounds like, even though it's high level thinking, I resonate with it because you are a high level being. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
When people hear me, they might be like, oh man, no, 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 no. When you get into it, I want you to understand at the end of the day, the reason that you can soak it in and vibrate with this is because you're on the same frequency too. You just didn't know it. You see what I'm saying?
Real
So it's
right,
like that's
bro.
just trying to bring people home. You feel me?
Hey, bring home. Yeah,
So
that's dope analogy, man. Yeah, trying to remind them for real, right?
that's it. That's it,
Yeah,
man.
real.
That's it.
Yeah, your
Yes,
brain
sir.
remembers everything for real.
It does,
It remembers.
man.
Yeah, it
It does.
resonates with it too. When it's like, yo, I actually remember that. Yeah, that's true. Thank you
You're
for
right.
reminding me that, right? That's what people should say,
Exactly.
bro.
Exactly. Because a lot of times people, when they hear you speak, and it's like, dang, man, you're woke or you're conscious or whatever, right? You sound like you're a master teacher. And I stopped them immediately. I'm like, listen, I'm not teaching you anything. I'm just reminding
Remind,
you.
bro, for real.
That's all I'm doing. It's almost like if you look at the brain, like a big, huge neighborhood, right?
Yeah,
Throughout our life, we only go to the front part of the neighborhood. That's it. We don't even explore the back part. So all I'm trying to do is, hey, let you know there are other houses in the back. And if you go in those houses, they have rooms. And each room has something in there for you. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm doing. Like I said, turn the
yeah,
lights on in the building.
yeah,
Just illuminating. It's all you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we all connected.
yeah.
I'm just trying to play my part in this big infinite web. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
So
man. You're playing
that's
your
just what.
part, man.
Yeah,
I
that's it.
respect that too.
Yes,
Respect
sir.
that too, man.
Yes, sir.
It's important because a lot of people they play their part at some point, and sometimes they go do something else, and they like they start playing other parts. But
Right.
you're staying on your part too, on your role. I'm saying, and
Yes.
also with your music like story though, like how did it all begin, bro? Like for real, how did you know you want to start making music, bro?
Actually, man, when right before my first child was born, Chloe, I have two, a son and a daughter, and when Chloe was born, I knew then, like I said, I needed to tell my story, because I was going through things at the time where even family and people that were close to me, um, it's like there was a lack of understanding. And it's like I had this weird vision at the time that with me passing away and people being at my funeral and they were speaking on my behalf, but it's like if you can sit in at your funeral and you listen to everybody, I'm like, okay, you're wrong. No, that's not true. That's not how I
Man,
feel. No, that's definitely not how I think. And so immediately I started to realize that I need to tell my story. So God forbid anything was to happen, my children can always hear my voice. They can always go back and know what dad thinks. Nobody can tell. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Nobody can tell them about me more than I can. And then it just went to a deeper level when I started to realize that the message and the music connect with people to on another level. You see what I'm saying? I realized that there's people out there that's going through the same thing that I'm going through or been through, and I'm just trying to reach them in a dynamic way. And that's the best way I've been trying to go about doing things.
sure. So it's all started. So you want to leave the message, leave what you truly said, to your future, offsprings, to the future generations, and
Definitely.
also you realized that there are people going through the same thing, so you can
Right.
connect with them, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man.
Exactly.
Yo, so basically, like when you drop music like that and tell your story for real, like no one can rewrite it, right? Basically.
Man, look, it's for everybody. It's not just me. It's like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
all have our own thing. You can be a content creator. You can, I don't care what you do, what your profession is, but right now you can document it on an audio level or visually or taking pictures, however. But you can tell your story. You can create your own timeline where you can leave something behind, even if it's not for your children, for generations to come, where you're like the blueprint for something. You just never know what you're doing. Sometimes you just got to keep moving. You don't know how great it can end up being. You see what I'm saying? So right now, I'm really just trying to challenge myself too. Like if
yeah,
you just stay consistent, where would this thing go? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because I don't want to return to the Father at the end of the day and he reject me because I'm not who I wasn't on earth who he created me to be.
Mm.
So I don't want him to say, depart from me, I don't know you. Because a lot of times we think it's about sin, but the greatest sin you can do is not be who you were created to be.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't want to return to him, and he'll it's like ESPN, and then he'll be like, stop right here. See, these are the moments right here where you're supposed to went this way instead of that way. But you, out of fear, you didn't do it. Or out
Mm.
of all the rejection, you said, oh, no, I can't be a coward about it. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm trying to encourage those who have greatness on the inside of them.
Mm.
If I can do it, you can do it. Because even though I was surrounded by a lot of people, the support was only from the Most High. Because a
Mm.
lot of people, a lot of times, they believed at one point, but through the trials and tribulations of life, it's like they can cause them to go astray from you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because something that once looked fruitful, it sometimes is like no fruit was even coming from that tree anymore. You dig?
Yeah.
So all of those things, man, just a lot of life lessons. That's what you hear in the music. That's why it sounds so deep, because it's deeply rooted. The passion, the essence, the core, the feel is real, man. It's real.
Mm.
It sounds like something like a added book to the Bible, but it's not even. It's on a deeper. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because the Bible is really, people look at it from a scripture standpoint, but it's really like it has more drama in it than TNT, than a soap opera. You know,
Yeah.
it's a historical book, but if you really look at it, you put your life in it. You look at it from your third.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? From this
Mm.
third eye right here, this is a projector screen. You see what I'm saying? So you look at the root word of script. Scripture is script.
Mm.
You dig what I'm saying? So you're
Yeah.
really supposed to look reading like a whole movie script, and you're supposed to visualize that thing. It's supposed to come to life in your mind.
Mm.
That's when it's real. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not looking at it from the traditional way of doing things, the cookie cutter way of
Yeah.
doing things.
Yeah.
That's not how God created us to be. Religion is a man-made thing to keep you bound and put you in the box. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm.
But the
Mm.
Bible is nothing but basic instruction before leaving Earth.
Mm.
You dig what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Yeah.
but we put it into that context. But I'm just trying to bring illumination through life.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't sit there and come with the Bible. I'm be that word. See how I
Mm.
got Psalm 91 on me here? Be the word, just walking.
I feel, man. Yo, also, you say, like, you writing your own story,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
you choose. So, and I feel like at the same time, it takes like some willpower to do that. You agree with
right.
that?
Yes, it definitely does. It
Yeah.
definitely does.
Yeah.
You
And like, for real, what you got to say about willpower, man? Like, how often do you use it?
you have to use it really quite often. Sometimes to be honest with you, where you might lack motivation, and then you have to dig deep.
Right.
You have to find that place. But for me, being always in a comfortable state of mind, it always propels me to always think of something to do.
Mm.
I always feel like if I'm not doing something, then I'm being lazy.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Because I see that instead of me complaining about my situation so much, do what you need to do to get out of that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So in other words, if you see a vision of yourself, at a high level, operating on whatever you're doing at the highest
Mm.
level, that's a vision right there. So as long as you're moving towards that direction, if you're doing everything that you need to do to move into that
Mm.
direction and staying focused on that path, you're good. That means you just gotta lay a brick down every day. You know what I'm saying? The same
Hey.
day that you plant the seed, the tree's not gonna sprout from the ground. So as long as
Yeah.
you know that, as long as okay, I'm gonna plant the seed, I gotta water this thing every day until it breaks ground.
Mm.
When it breaks ground, okay, I still gotta take care of it even more. As long as you have that mentality, it's almost like the marathon. God rest his soul, Nip. That's why I related to him. That's one of the artists I really, 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 really wanted to connect with. And the timing of everything is crazy. It's like I missed him by a few months.
Mm.
And so, but yeah, we really shared a lot of uh, qualities
Mm.
as far as like how we looked at things and how we approach life. Um, the marathon, man, that's the greatest way you can look at it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be prepared for it. You got to be prepared for it. But you look at life, if you really look at everything you've been through, what do you have to lose? You want to
For
go back
real,
to
bro.
that? You want to go back to that direction? You
Mm.
know what's there. It's
Yeah,
over there. And they
yeah,
told you that they don't care for you or whatever the case may be,
yeah.
right? So what's wrong with going to, people say, the unknown? The unknown evidently might be where your peace is. Everything that you're looking for may lie there. We're all on this universal highway called life.
I feel you.
So we all have an exit. We got to find out what exit that we're supposed to get off on. You dig what I'm saying? And your
Yeah,
exit has all your coming attraction that you need there for you. You feel me?
man. Yeah, I feel you. Also, at the same time, it's beautiful because, like, basically, you trying to do that thing, right?
Right,
You trying to focus, you trying to like water that seed to make it grow, right?
right,
But it
right.
takes like focus, concentration. It takes not to be distracted, right? By other
Exactly.
things that you don't really want and need in your life, right?
Right,
So every day. So basically, that's the goal, right?
right,
It's like the goal is to stay on that path. So at the same time, that's the goal. And at the
right,
same time, that's the movement towards, right?
right,
Like forward.
right,
Man, that's beautiful. At the same time, you feel me? It's like
right,
moving,
right, right.
but
Yeah,
staying in one spot. You feel
right,
me?
right,
Kind of like
exactly.
trying to stay in one spot to
Right,
keep moving forward, man.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
beautiful, man.
Yeah, staying in
Yo,
alignment, man, is really what it is, just being in alignment. You know what I'm
for real.
saying? And so
So would
we just gotta
you
stay in.
say that's your goal in your life to stay on that lane?
Man, to be honest, the ultimate goal is to create,
Uh,
generational wealth. And we ain't just talking about from a material standpoint. Generational wealth, and like I said, what you leaving behind. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to go down as one of the greats, and that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be through. I'm gonna have to push and, you know what I'm saying, guide me along the way. And so just being the greatest representation of that. You know what I'm saying? So when I do return home, you say, job well done. You dig what I'm saying? And that's really what it's about, really, at the end of the day. All the other stuff that come with the territory. You know what I'm saying? When people, eventually will call you great, or and then they bestow you with things that come with being great. You know what I mean? I don't think Michael Jordan, you know what I'm saying, when you look at, when people ask him what made him great, he was like, because I was competing with myself. So last night, if I dropped 32, I'm trying to figure out how I can drop 35 tonight.
mm,
So it's like I'm just trying to, if you stay in that mindset, I'm not looking to the left or to the right. That's how, Peter, that's how he ended up starting to drown when Jesus told him to come off the boat and walk on water. If he just stayed focused going straight, he would have stayed walking on water. But he ended up looking to the left or to the right, then he started to sink.
mm,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you just got to keep your eyes focused. It's hard, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than
for
done.
real
And
though.
that's the part.
You know what's crazy? I noticed that when you really gotta do some important thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Distractions come then, like the
Oh
left,
yeah,
looking at left, right becomes
yeah.
crazy at that moment. It becomes super active. So
That's how you know
like,
you close though.
yeah, but close though. Yeah, yeah.
Right,
That's how you like say you cheer yourself up, right? You say
right,
like, yo,
right.
then I'm doing the right thing now, because I'm getting
Yes,
more distractions now. So I
yes,
feel you, bro. I feel you,
yes.
man. That's
Definitely.
dope, man. You got that mindset too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You're
sir.
growing
Yes,
up,
sir.
man. I told you, man.
Yeah, yes.
For
No
real.
doubt.
And yo, my G, about your music style, how would
Yeah.
you describe your own music style in your own words?
My style of approach, I don't know if I can even put a word, like necessarily a type of a box, I guess, to put it in. But I always told myself when I started, man, I always like Rakim. He was like one of my favorite artists, and Andre 3000.
Yeah.
And growing up, I was heavily influenced by the Dungeon family as well. So I always wanted to be like an honorary member from like the new age
Mm.
of like the Dungeon family, or like the third member of Outkast. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, I'm saying. Yeah,
But
yeah, I feel you.
my contemporaries, man, I look at like Kendrick or J. Cole, or at the time Big Crit. Um, those artists, when I listened to the albums they were dropping at the time, when I started to create music, getting into the studio and being more active, I was seeing what people were willing to accept from them, because I knew what I can go with the pen. But over time, people was always telling me I was going over their head with the lyrics. So what I started to do was listen to people who I felt like were in the same ballpark as the music that I made. So when they drop an album, I'll sit there and watch the reaction of the people. I'm like, well, okay, if you can digest this and digest this and digest this, then okay, I can go here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Feel
And
you.
so sometimes, you know, it would allow me to know how to move on that vibration. You already know what you want to do. You already have the songs written, but it's like, okay, what's the release? What are they ready
Mm-hmm.
to digest?
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? Over
yeah.
time, start looking at it from that standpoint. But I mean, just working,
Yeah.
staying at it as best
Gotta
you
stay
can.
working, man. And for real though, in this interview, could you tell us when is the next drop, man? When you're dropping the next song, if it's not secret,
Um,
man.
well, be looking out for something to be dropping before the end of this month. I would say around the 22nd. Um, Started from scratch. Be looking out for that. Also be looking out for a couple of singles to be released from that project around the same time. If not in February, the singles will be released. It'll be definitely in March. Also, check out Child of God Clothing Company as well. You can check that out. This link is in the bio on the page.
Yeah, let's go.
Um, and let's see. And just keep working, man. Get the podcast back up and running. Um, just staying active, man. Staying active as best I can. Staying productive. That's the word.
That's
Staying productive.
the
You
word,
know,
man. Gotta stay
we got a lot of
productive.
great things coming, man. And I'm just looking to work with anybody, man, who want to collab. Just trying to stay active, man, the best I can.
For sure, my You gotta stay active and productive, man.
Yeah.
Also, check out my G's new music coming soon, right? By the
Yes,
end of
sir.
February, around
Yes.
22nd of February. And the
Yes.
merch, man, Child of God merch, man, is
Yeah.
available too right now, man.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
Yo, man, for
Definitely,
real. You know what I'm saying? You got dope vibrations, man. You got the
thank you,
dope vibes. And if we
man.
take it to next level, dope vibrations, bro, man.
Yes, sir.
For
I
real.
appreciate you, man, having me on the platform, man. I really do, man. I appreciate you reaching out to me, man. It means a lot, man. And y'all, man, keep supporting my G, man. He doing great things, man. Doing great things for artists, and I'm gonna continue to support you. Anything you need from me in the future, man. No matter how big things get, man. You always know, you know what I'm saying. You can reach out to me anytime. You know what I'm saying. So you show me love. You scratch my back. I got you, man.
Yeah,
I got
appreciate
you.
my G, yo,
Yes, sir.
for real, I appreciate you too for letting me interview you, man. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So wow, man, we're going up, the mindset, bro.
Yes,
The
sir.
goal, the mindset, and how we do it, man.
Yes,
Just
sir.
man, for real, keep staying on that lane, bro,
Yes,
for real.
yes,
Your
sir.
name isn't just by coincidence like
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir.
K.LaNe-IMHoTeP, bro, for real.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes, sir.
saying? Stay on that lane, my G, for
Yes,
real. You
sir.
know
Yes,
what you're
sir.
doing, man.
Yes,
For
sir.
real. Yo, keep dropping that fire, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Thank you too, man.
I
Yo,
appreciate
see you soon too, man. For real.
you.
Let's go, man.
Yes.
My
Yes,
pleasure,
sir.
man. For real.
All right, man. Salute.
Salute.